I think Howard realized, he was not Conan. Was there some wish fulfillment there? Well, maybe, but, I think, and we get this in his letters too, where he's talking about barbarism versus civilization with Lovecraft, where he said, I'm not saying I want to be a barbarian. I'm not saying I want to live in a state of barbarism. That'd be crazy, I'm a civilized person. I wouldn't last 5 seconds in that, This kind of goes back to that idea of evolution again, right? This is cultural evolution, but physical evolution is something that Howard puts into his stories all the time. You got to remember, we're living in a time that's only a few generations away from Darwin. The idea of what does it mean to be human was changing rapidly in the public consciousness, right? Because of Darwin, because of evolution, we're no longer God's special snowflake anymore, right? Humans are just another animal. Maybe we've managed to work our way up this sort of artificial ladder of evolution, but we could just as easily fall right back down that ladder if we're not careful. We're really just animals after all, and it doesn't take much for that animal to come out. And that's where the barbarian then is sort of that balanced period of our primal animal nature that keeps us vigorous, keeps us strong, but not so animalistic that we're just ripping each other's throats out completely. And this is how Howard did his world building. I like to call Howard's world building anthropological world building. Tolkien, for example, was a philological world builder, right? He built his world based on languages. He invented languages and then he built cultures around them. That was his infrastructure. Howard's world building was anthropological. He was telling the stories of different groups of humanity, different, quote, races. We don't really use that term in anthropology anymore. But this was that 19th century thinking, the story of different races as they evolve through time and come in conflict with each other, and they fight and they have sex and they interbreed and they rise and they fall and they evolve and they devolve. He's following the story of all these different groups of people through history, and that's what he uses as the framework, as the infrastructure, as the matrix for his world building.